sit in this first chair sometime. Have a seat right there.
Good morning.
Are you on the Constitution? Sure.
Do what, Mr. Jones?
Are you on the Constitution?
Yes, sir.
If you was on the Constitution, why did you refuse to accept a complaint attempted to be filed by me, called in your office 2 or 3 times?
Mr. Dennis, remember everything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
I'm under the Indian authority.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, since this being recorded, the United States has been dissolved. The courts, the police, the whole 9 yards has been dissolved. I'm under the Indian authority. That's who have authority over me. Not expired, dissolved corporation. So this your refusal to accept my complaint, what resulted to this day in Jacksonville, Texas. You will not accept the complaint. Sheriff, I called your office and I talked to you personally. Up under 22 USC 912. Are you familiar that the United States corporation has been dissolved, Sheriff? Under 28 USC 912, and the police officer acting under the corporation of the United States vacated his oath and his action.
Remember, everything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Carter 28 USC 912, and the police officer acting under the corporation of the United States vacated his oath and is acting in an individual capacity as an illegal security guard operating under an illegal government. In a non-constitutional court, in proceedings, do not have the authority, and it's arbitrary. I am a sovereign American Indian. Therefore, this court do not have jurisdiction. So I'm requesting to be brought before an international court with jurisdiction, custom, and I'm protected under unit drift and A drift.
Mr. Dennis, the arraigning judge will visit with you here in a second.
The judges are dissolved by the presidential notice to the patrons on January 4th, 2025. Are you familiar with that, Sheriff?
No.
Well, it is. And I ask that you look into it. The corporation is dissolved. Yeah. The courts, the police, the judges, the sheriffs, all having been dissolved by President Donald J. Trump before Attorney General Pam Bundy. So you're acting illegally, unlawfully. So what tribal consent have you been given authority from? Because this is an illegal government. And the arrest has been ordered by the President himself because of this breach of oath of office. So I do not consent to these proceedings. They are illegal and unlawful. If you're not, we are under common law 1776 as defined under Magna Carta 61. Are you recording this, sir? It needs to be recorded. Yeah. So, Sheriff, you're acting illegally and unlawfully because all departments has been dissolved. January the 4th, 2025. And I'm an American Indian. I'm not under the same laws, rules, regulations, and codes and policies that you are. And that is not. Not only have you committed treason, you've been found guilty of crimes against humanity and war crimes. Now, a corporation do not have authority over natural human men. It's Penhollow versus Don Administrator. Also, Rodriguez versus Donovan.
Mr. Dennis, will you please stand up? Please stand for me.
My back is stuff messed up, man.
My help, okay?
That's all I'm gonna go. Stand what? I'm not before no.
Stand right there. All rise.
Your Honor, are you aware that the United States Corporation has been dissolved by the President on January the 4th, 2025, and that I'm American Indian and you have no jurisdiction over my... Okay. No corporation has jurisdiction according to Penhollow versus Don, and also Rodriguez versus Donovan.
Okay.
So you've been found guilty of treason by the courts tonight.
Mr. Dennis, you're Bobby Michael Dennis?
I do not consent to these proceedings.
Okay. I have to go. I am Judge Domini. I'm going to go ahead and read your rights.
I do not consent to these proceedings because the corporation has been dissolved, ma'am.
Okay. I have to read your rights to you by law, okay?
I do not consent to these proceedings, ma'am, because the corporation has been dissolved January the 4th, 2025 by President Donald J. Trump.
I'm going to go ahead and read your rights to you, Mr. Dennis. You have the right to hire an attorney to represent you. You have the right to have an attorney present prior to or during any questioning by peace officers or attorneys representing the state.
I object to be...
you have the right to remain silent.
I refuse consent.
You're not required to make a statement. Any statement made by you can be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to stop any questioning or interviewing at any time.
I'd like to stop it now because you don't have any authority.
You have the right to have an examining trial if you're accused of a felony.
The corporation is dissolved.
You have the right to request appointment of counsel if you cannot afford counsel.
Do you not understand that the United States Corporation is dissolved up under 3002-1580?
Do you understand those rights that I just read?
I do not.
Would you like for me to explain to them again?
I still do not understand because I'm under God's law, not the laws of man now.
Okay. You have the right for an attorney if you cannot afford one. You have the right to...
I do not understand, ma'am.
Request an attorney. You have the right to stop any question at any time.
I'm attempting to stop it because the United States Corporation has been dissolved, ma'am, by the President on January the 4th, 2025. That will be a Saturday. Okay. And also, you being a corporation do not have a rights over a living natural man. I am a living natural man, ma'am. That's under Penhollow versus
Mr. Dennis, I am by law, reading your rights. I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Do you have the authority
I'm going
from
to
the
go ahead
Indian
and tell
authority?
you what you're being charged with, okay?
I do not understand
By
the
law,
consent.
I have to do that, and I'm going to give you your charges,
You're not under
okay?
constitutional law, ma'am. So
Interfering with public service animal, state jail felony. You have a bond in the amount of $100,000.
I do not understand.
Attempted capital murder of a peace officer, that's a felony 1, and it's a $1 million bond set on that. Obstruction or retaliation, felony 3, $150,000 bond. Another obstruction or retaliation of felony 3, a $50,000 bond. And there is a federal hold on you for a federal offense.
I don't understand. Well, up under 28 U.S.C. 912 said any police officer acting under the corporation of the United States vacate his oath and is acting in a individual capacity as an illegal security guard operating under an illegal government. This is what this says.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to request an attorney, or do you plan on hiring an attorney? So
No, I do not give consent. This corporation has been dissolved again,
okay.
and that
I will tell
this is
you
acts of
any
treasons.
time, sir, at any time, if you do not hire an attorney, you can request that the court appoint you an attorney.
To a dissolved corporation.
I do need you to
I'll
sign your...
judge, I will not sign anything
Okay.
because I am American Indian, not under your jurisdiction. Who
Okay.
give you authority,
So you're
ma'am?
refusing to sign your
I
magistrate's
do not
warning?
understand, ma'am, who give you
Okay.
authority. The courts and judges have been dissolved
all right.
again, January the 4th, 2025. I do request the Attorney General Palm Bondi be appointed. I do request that.
Okay.
And I request that the American Indian Authority be notified as well. You haven't been charged, and I'm protected up on the Unidrift and A-Drift.
Okay, Mr. Dennis, that's all I have for you to tell you today.
Do you all in regards? There must be a grand jury indictment, not by information, as according to law. Course
Okay,
of law
you're
up under
not-
Constitution.
I'm not holding a trial right now.
No, it doesn't matter, but that's in the warrant for arrest.
I'm just the judge, the
You're not even a
magistrate
judge. All
that
been
reads you your rights
dissolved.
to you, okay?
I'm not under
All
your
right.
jurisdiction.
Mr. Dennis, you
Okay.
can go ahead and return. Thank you, sir.
All courts have been dissolved. All courts.
This case demonstrates a fundamental disconnect between sovereign citizen beliefs and established legal reality. The defendant's primary argument, that the United States is a dissolved corporation and therefore lacks authority, has no legal validity. Courts across the country have consistently rejected such claims as frivolous because they are not grounded in constitutional or statutory law. One of the most significant mistakes made here is the misunderstanding of consent and jurisdiction. The defendant repeatedly states that he does not consent to the proceedings, believing this invalidates the court's authority. In reality, jurisdiction is not optional. Courts derive their authority from law, and individuals cannot opt out simply by refusing to acknowledge it. The judge's response is also instructive. Rather than becoming confrontational, the judge follows procedure, reading rights, clarifying charges, and maintaining order. This highlights how the legal system handles such disruptions by focusing on due process rather than engaging in unproductive arguments. Additionally, the refusal to understand or accept legal rights can be detrimental. These rights are protections, and rejecting them does not weaken the court's case. It weakens the defendant's position. Overall, this case reinforces an important lesson. Legal strategies must be based on real law, not internet theories. When tested in court, sovereign citizen arguments consistently fail, often with serious consequences.